What if I told you that the biggest problem you face is not your circumstances, but it's the battlefield in your mind? Your thoughts have power. Let me explain. Have you ever heard of George Hall? He was a colonel in the Air Force, and in 1965 his plane got shot down and he became a prisoner of war in a Vietnamese camp. Colonel Hall was a scratch golfer, and he got put into prison for 7 years. And while he was in his cell, what he did is he mentally played 18 holes of golf every day. He would think through and visualize picking the club, taking the swing, the ball hitting the ground, feeling the wind blow across the fairway, hearing the sound of the ball drop into the cup. He would keep score in his head, and every day he would do that for a full 18 holes just by his thoughts. Years later, when he was released from prison, he got invited to play a tournament because of his love for the game. Now, he was very weak and very underweight from having been in prison for 7 years, but when he showed up to the tournament and played golf, after not touching a club in 7 years, he shot a 76. When they asked him, "How did you do that? You haven't touched a golf club in 7 years. How did you play golf so well?" And he said, "In the last 5 years, I've never three-putted once when I practiced." What repeatedly occupies the mind shapes the person. Consider this proverb. Proverbs 23:7 says, "As he thinks in his heart, so is he." Think about your mind as a rehearsal for your life. Colonel Hall couldn't control that he was in a prison. That was his circumstance. But he could control what he thought about, which was playing golf 18 holes every day. He kept his mind very sharp and his hope alive. So let me ask you, what does your thought life look like? What are you thinking about? How do you feel and think about yourself, about others, about your circumstances? Bible journaling is a powerful tool for your thought life. All it takes is a Bible and a notebook. What journaling allows you to do is get out of your mind and onto the paper. You can get the bad thoughts out and the good thoughts in. If you've never done Bible journaling before, but you would like to get started, I created a free guide for you called the Bible Journaling Quick Start Toolkit. The link is below the video in the description. It's just a free resource I've made to you so you can learn that getting started with Bible journaling is not hard, it's not complicated, but it is very rewarding. What Bible journaling will allow you to do is shape your thoughts that you have based on truth. Thoughts about who you are, what you're capable of, and how that affects your family, your work, and your personal life. I've talked a lot about journaling in past videos. Some have been about Bible journaling, but this all fits into my SHARKS method, which I do teach on the channel. And SHARKS stands for Spiritual Health, Accountability, Reading, Keep a Journal, and Structure. And if you think about it, if you're reading your Bible and journaling, it's helping you in several areas of the SHARKS method, which helps keep you intentionally consistent. Reading the Bible not only solves for reading, but it also applies to the spiritual pillar. It keeps you accountable because your journal keeps you accountable to yourself. The K is keep a journal, which you are doing, and you can get started with any old notebook you have laying around, or you can even get a journaling Bible, which has margins on the side, and you can just put your notes there as you read. You have so many thoughts as you go throughout the day, and statistically, a majority of those thoughts are negative. And because thoughts shape your life in such a profound way, it's important to have systems in place to direct your thoughts into positive thoughts. So remember, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. I'd like to challenge you today to get your head in a place of positive thoughts, get the bad ones out and the good ones in. Get the free resource for Bible journaling and get started today, because as always, remember to make a change or tomorrow will look like today.